Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Korky. Welcome back to the channel. We are testing a new tactic today. It's the first entry we have with a 3 at the back system. This is episode 5 of our tactics testing series. Quick bit of housekeeping. We're testing with Man City in the Premier League, Birmingham City in the Championship, Portsmouth in League 1 and Rochdale in League 2. So let's get a quick look at the tactic first of all. As we mentioned, this is the first entry we have with a 3 at the back system. We'll have a quick look at the player instructions in just a second. First of all, we are playing with a custom vertical tiki-taka with a positive mentality. In possession, we are playing standard width, it does say fairly wide standard width, passing into space, slightly shorter passing and a higher tempo. We're going to put low crosses in and with no additional instructions for getting the ball into the box. We're going to run at the defence and we're going to be more expressive. In transition, we are going to counter press and counter attack. Goalkeeper is going to take short kicks and no specific instructions for distribution. And out of possession, we're going to play with a high press. We're going to play with a higher defensive line. We're going to step up more, try and play that offside trap a little bit more. We are going to try and trap inside. So in the centre there, where we have the sort of the most congested areas for our players, we're going to try and bring their attack in there and break up the play pretty quickly. As we can see from the player instructions, we have a sweeper keeper on defend, no additional instructions there. We have a no-nonsense centre back on defend duty. Only additional instructions are to tackle harder and to mark tighter. We have a wide centre back on both sides, both on support duty. The only additional instructions is to shoot less often. In the wing back areas, we have identical wing backs on the left and right, both on attack duty. No additional instructions, just the standard run away with the ball, cross from byline, get further forward. In central midfield, we have a box-to-box midfielder on support duty, no additional instructions there. And we also have a deep line playmaker on support, again with no additional instructions. On the wings, we have two inside forwards, both one of them on attack duty, one of them on support. Both have the same instructions of shoot less often, roam from position and sit narrower. And up front we have an advanced forward on attack duty, take more risks, dribble more and shoot less often as well. So that is the tactic, those are the instructions. We'll have a little look at Man City first of all. A quick look at the team. As we can see, Erling Haaland has scored 55 goals, Alvarez coming in with 22, Silva with 17 and Kevin De Bruyne with 10. It is the least goals we've tested Haaland with so far. 55 is still very, very impressive, but looking at the other tactics we've tested previously, it is the lowest range so far. Quick look at the data hub. As you can see in the attacking positions, we're scoring 3 goals per game, so we're creating an awful lot of chances, and we are taking those chances as well. Pass completion rate is fairly poor, so it's quite a bit below the league average. As well as that, we don't dribble the ball an awful lot as well. Shots on target, crosses completed, shots per game, everything else is well above the average for the league as well. Defending, we are doing okay. It's not great. A lot of our tactics so far have been very attack heavy. We are conceding a little bit better than the league average. Our expected XG against is better than the league average, making a lot of interceptions. So we are, as you can see there, 34.29, which is well above the league average as well. Is just over 6 better than the league average. Tackles 1 is about average, and the clearances is well below the league average as well, so not great in those spaces. Quick looking at the performance. As we can see, first of all, from the Community Shield, we suffered a very humiliating, we'll say, 5-1 defeat to Liverpool in the Community Shield. We'll have a look at the Carabao Cup. As we can see, we've been knocked out there 2-1 to Spurs, so very disappointing. That is in the 3rd round. That's the first entry round for Man City, so that's very disappointing. Having a quick look then at the FA Cup. As we can see, we lost there 3-1 to Nottingham Forest as well. That is in the 4th round, so that's only the 2nd round that we play in. So that is also a very disappointing performance in the FA Cup. And in the Champions League, as we can see here, we've lost 4-3 on aggregates to Barcelona in the quarterfinals. Barcelona went on to play against PSG, who eventually beat Bayern Munich 5-2 in the final. The main thing is the league though. As we can see here, we've won the league. We have won it only by a point. We have won it in the last game. So we've had 9 defeats in the league, all season, as you can see there. Some the likes of Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, possibly Arsenal. You can expect we would maybe lose those games, but losing to Nottingham Forest, Wolves, and even Newcastle finishing down 7th have been disappointing. As you can see there, Man United and Chelsea have done the double overs as well this season, so that's a little bit frustrating as well. As you can see from the stats, Erling Haaland has finished top goal scorer. 43 of his 55 goals have come in the league, so he's clear top goal scorer in the league. He has finished with the highest average rating, and Akanji has also finished third in the league for that as well. Joao Cancelo contributing with 12 assists during the league campaign as well, and of course Haaland with the most player of the match awards. So that's how we get on with Man City. Let's jump to the Championship. Let's have a look at Birmingham. As you can see, Troy Deeney finishing top goal scorer with 27 goals. John coming in with 11 goals as well. Quick look at the data hub, and again, it's a similar story. We've got a pretty good goals per game. We've got a very good XG per game, a lot of shots per game, a good higher than average shots on target, a lot of crosses completed again. Passing completions not so good, a lot less dribbles. We have made a lot fewer fouls per game as well. Won a lot of fouls as well. Again, similar story in defending. We've defended well in places, not so well in other places, but that's okay. Generally speaking, it has been a little bit better than okay. Looking at the competitions, we went out in the first round of the Carabao Cup, which is the first entry round, of course, and we knocked out in the third round of the FA Cup, which is the first entry round for Birmingham as well. Looking at the league, it has been less than stellar. We finished in 14th place. We were predicted to finish in 21st place, so that's a little bit of progress. 14th is good. It's not been as good as some of the previous tactics tests. We did finish on 60 points. As you can see there, Burnout on 61, and then there's a 6-point gap up to 12th place. Troy Deeney has finished second in the top goal scoring charts as well, though, and nothing really to brag about in the rest of the stats. Let's get a look at Portsmouth in the League One. As we can see, first of all, Ronan Curtis finished there with 14 goals. We did, of course, have Dane Scarlett on loan, and as you can see, he has contributed a massive 45 goals in 50 games. Going back to the data hub, and again, it's a similar story. We've performed well in the attacking spaces, not so good in the defensive spaces as well. Looking at the competitions, we were knocked out of the Papa John's Trophy in the Southern Section third round, so we made a little bit of progress through that, but not that great. In the Carabao Cup, gone out in the first round. FA Cup, we've gone out in the second round, and in the league, we've done again similar to Birmingham. It's been okay. It's not been great. We finished there on 58 points in 16th place. One more win would have put us only as high as 14th. We would need a couple of wins to get higher than that. But as we can see, Dane Scarlett has finished with the Golden Boot, scoring 38 goals in the league as well. For this season preview with Portsmouth, we were expected to finish in 10th place, so it has been a bit of a disappointing run. So let's get a look then at Rochdale in League 2. As we can see here, Tyrese Sinclair coming in with 14 goals for the season. Devontae Rodney finishing with 11 as well. Again, we did have Scott Quigley on loan, and as you can see, he's contributed 23 goals in his 44 games. Again, looking at the data hub, similar story. Good goals per game, very high XG, a lot of shots per game, a lot of crosses completed as well. Pass completion not so good. Dribbles, shots on target a little bit above average, and we've won a lot of fouls as well. Defensively, similar story. We've conceded fewer. We've really only outperformed in the interceptions and blocks per game as well, due to having obviously the third of the extra defender as well. In the competitions, we've knocked out in the northern section the Papa John's Trophy. We've got the second round of the Carabao Cup. We've got to the second round of the FA Cup as well. And in the league, we have performed better. We've come in there in 9th place on 66 points. Another win would have put us potentially in the 8th or maybe even 7th. We were not too far from the playoff positions there. Nothing to boast about in the stats. And as we can see from the season preview, we were expected to finish rock bottom of the league. So to finish in 9th place is, I would call that a huge success, because we've done very well there. We've narrowly missed out on the playoff positions as well. So that is the tactic. It is a 4-3-3, it's a 3-4-3, it's a 3-4-2-1, whatever you prefer to call it. The link is available to download the tactic in the description below. Please do leave your comments as well. Let us know how you get on with this tactic. We'd love to hear your feedback as well. That is it for this episode. We will be back in the next episode. We're testing a new tactic. This is tactic number 5. Obviously the next one will be number 6. We are running 10 to see how we get on, and at the end of the 10 episodes we will do a bit of a recap and see which tactic performed best. That is all for now. We will see you in the next one. Thank you and take care. Thank you for watching this video. We really hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below and you will be notified when new videos are available. You can of course like, share and comment as well. In the meantime, you can catch one of these recommended videos appearing on screen, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.